Okay, now this video is going to be super quick, and I just want to say a few words about compression presets. Should you use compression presets? Am I going to allow you to indulge in compression presets? And the short answer is actually yes, but there are a couple important caveats that you need to know because you can't just use a preset and then look away and move on with your life. And the reason that you can't just do that is, let me give you an example. Let me turn off the other two compressors that we added in the last video. Let's come back to the stock compressor, and I want to give you an example of what it would look like if I add a preset. If I'm just like, I don't know what any of these knobs do, if you come in here and you're like, well, okay, they got a vocal preset. Okay, male vocal, this is a pop song kind of. Let's just do that. What do we got?
From both sides. Maybe she's a thorn in my side, my kryptonite, my kryptonite.
Now that's not bad actually, in terms of it's compressing it around -3, -6 dB. Now it's pretty heavy compression, I guess.
I don't know how to
But no, if this was more of a pop song, this is a bit more of an ambient chill vibe. So I would want to go a bit smoother and more subtle with my compression. This is actually pretty close. So let's try another one. Come on, give me something that can prove my point here. All right, let's try this.
I'm usually
Okay.
all in.
Well, no, that one's pretty close too. All right, let's see what happens here.
All indecisive. Oh.
Okay, so it's actually putting them in the ballpark of where I would go anyway, which is really annoying, but I'm gonna leave this in. I'm not gonna try to perfect this type of video. The reason that I am struggling here, and I'm going to fix that now actually, I'm gonna go ahead and just turn down this lead vocal so that it is way lower in volume so that the level hitting this compressor is much less. So let's come back to the male vocals pop preset and let's see what happens here.
Oh, maybe.
Okay, here is the point I was trying to get at.
She's a thorn in my side.
If you go and you add a preset to your vocal or any track, if you add a compression preset, notice how they have the threshold preset. They have the makeup gain preset. Specifically, the problem comes in with the threshold. Whoever made this preset has no way of knowing what the volume level is of the track that you are adding this compressor to. And so, sure, you can 100% experiment with compression presets. What you cannot do is ignore the threshold. You need to every time come in and make sure that the threshold is in a good place. Because again, if the volume is super low like it is now, and then you put a compressor on here, male vocals pop, it's supposed to make it pop more and be more punchy. Well, it's doing nothing to it because it's not actually activating the compressor because the volume is lower and you would need to turn down the threshold.
Yeah. Flickering like my satellite.
Then it starts to turn down the volume and act like a compressor is supposed to act. But the core problem, again, with presets is the threshold is also part of the preset, and that is just not going to fly. You have to manually adjust the threshold. The main purpose, I would say, that presets play is it does allow you to get a feel for potentially where you would want your attack and your release settings to be. Because with the male vocals pop here, you can see the attack time, the release time here. Male vocals rock, slightly different, but pretty close the same. Rap vocal, very different, very slow release on this rap vocal preset. Let me turn this back up to 0 to where it was.
Maybe she's a thorn in my side, my kryptonite,
But again, you can 100% experiment with different presets, specifically because it'll give you some ideas on some experimentation for attack and release. But always make sure that you come in, you adjust the threshold, and make sure that, one, it's actually compressing, and two, depending on the volume, it might be compressing it way too much. It might be just squashing and squeezing all the life out of that vocal, and so you don't want that either. So make sure you manually go in there and you adjust the threshold after adding the preset if you use a preset. All right, so that is the end of this video. So now let's move on and let's wrap up this compression crash course for vocals. I am going to show you and walk you through my 3-step compression system. This system will walk you through my balanced compressor, my smooth or glue compressor, and then my punchy compressor. And I just walk you through that 3-part system in the next video. So be sure to check that out if you really want a hands-on from start to finish approach of, now that you have all this knowledge, now let's go ahead and put that to work. And that is exactly what the next video is about. All right, so I'll see you there.